A legendary Democrat is officially out of F's to give as she just royally smacked down a MAGA goon. And frankly, we're hoping Donald Trump felt that all the way in the White House. In case you need a bit of joy going into the weekend, in case you have lost faith that the Democrats know how to throw a punch, get ready and pour a tall one. You'll have something to cheer for by the end of this report. That's next here on The David Reddish Show. Welcome to the show, beautiful viewers. I am your host, reminding you once again to subscribe to our channel right now if you have not. Also, yes, it is Pride weekend here in Los Angeles, so I will be out on the town drinking mimosas and reveling in the beautiful gay music. If you see me, please feel free to come say hello, and I apologize in advance if I look bloated. The same goes for my show on Monday. But okay, let's get into this. Our breaking story takes us back to the specter of January 6th, still one of the most shameful and embarrassing days in American history. You will recall that outgoing President Donald Trump helped incite a violent mob that stormed the Capitol to kill his then Vice President Mike Pence. Numerous law enforcement agents were hurt, and the mob caused extensive damage and vandalism to the Capitol building. Worse, lawmakers had to run for their lives, including then Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi. Take a look.
Why weren't the National Guard there to begin with?
They thought that they had sufficient resources.
That is not a question of how they had been. They don't know. They clearly didn't know, and I take responsibility for not having them just prepare for more. Because it's stupid.
Scott McFarland's here with us. Scott, good morning to you.
Hey, Tony, it's quite something. Nancy Pelosi is heard talking about the prompt impeachment of Donald Trump and saying he must pay a price for January 6th. And at one point in the video, she's heard calling him a domestic enemy in the White House and encouraging the invocation of the 25th Amendment to remove him. She's also heard blasting some of the Capitol security officials who'd be out of their jobs hours after the January 6th attack. But all of this puts in context what the House January 6th Select Committee found 2 years ago, that it was Trump who waited 3 hours before urging his supporters who were attacking police to leave that day.
So where's the smackdown I promised? Getting there. It's kind of a pillow fight, so stay with me. Incidentally, that footage was from Alexandra Pelosi's extraordinary documentary, The Insurrectionist Next Door. Check it out on HBO. In the days since January 6th, President Treason has tried to shift blame to Pelosi for not calling in the National Guard to stop the mob. At the same time, he's also claimed that the mob was nonviolent and that January 6th was a day of love, once again proving the man has no sense of basic logic. Nor do his sycophants who somehow believe that self-contradicting statement. Moving on. Also, we should mention at this point that the Speaker of the House does not have the power to call in the National Guard. That's reserved for the President and Capitol Police Board. Pelosi did accept some responsibility for security failures, but there wasn't really anything she could have done to prevent the insurrection, especially as Donald Trump urged it on. Which brings us to today's story. Earlier, Nancy Pelosi was confronted by Allison Steinberg, an on-camera correspondent for Lindell TV. Yes, as in Mike Lindell, the MyPillow nutbag. He's trying to start his own network. At any rate, Steinberg confronted Pelosi with leading questions, accusing her of causing the insurrection by not calling in the National Guard, and hinting that the whole thing was staged for Alexandra Pelosi's documentary. And Nancy did not hold back. Take a look.
Congresswoman Pelosi, last time I asked you about January 6th, why you turned the National Guard away on January 6th, you told me to shut up and that I was repeating Republican talk.
To shut up again because you're speaking lies. And I don't have
right
anything
here.
to do
You're
with
right
it.
here on record saying,
no,
I'll
shut
admit
up.
it.
No, I did not admit it. The president never would agree to send the National Guard. Don't waste your time or mine on you.
Why was your daughter filming you on January 6th?
Why don't you get away?
These are just questions the American people want answers to.
No, you know what? I don't even think you're a real journalist. You work for Mike the Pillow Man?
Actually, I do, and we're very proud.
I don't consider that journalism. Mike the Pillow Man, that's not journalism. I don't have any reason to talk to you.
He'd love to give you a free
I want you to
pillow.
record this. I want people to know that you're not a real journalist. You work for Mike the Pillow Man, and all you do is spout untruths.
Okay.
Get away from me.
You can insult me all you
Get
want,
away
but
from me.
Thank you, guys.
thank you, Congresswoman. We'll give you my pillow so you can have a nice sleep tonight, okay? Take care.
Well, the old lady still has punch, and I'm not surprised. Pelosi is Californian and Italian-American. She knows how to handle confrontation. And incidentally, this isn't the first time a lawmaker has chewed out Steinberg and her dirty pillows on camera. Republican Senator John Cornyn accused her of being a, quote, paid influencer for Ken Paxton during a tense interview earlier this year. And look, call me petty, but what was Steinberg thinking with that suit? Showing off some thunder drumsticks, and it's so short we can practically see her Ku Klux Klan. Don't be surprised that there's a pillowcase involved. She works for Mike Lindell. This is the kind of awful gotcha publicity pillow fight that Trump's barnacles have brought on, and it's exactly the kind of stupidity real journalists like yours truly are trying to fight back against. You can always help out by subscribing to our channel and sharing our videos. Now, if you will all excuse me, I'm going to go wash my bed sheets. It just seems fitting after that mess. This is the David Reddish Show.